I have officially brought out my big check-in bag to pack. I've already packed my carry-on suitcase, and this is literally just full of clothes, and most of my clothes are in here. I stuffed this to the brim, like absolutely stuffed. So that's been in there for a while. Like all of my sweaters and clothes that I knew that I wouldn't be wearing because I packed that like about a week ago. Now it's time to put everything else away. Oh, it is Thursday night and my flight is on Saturday morning, and I was kind of holding off on packing because the first thing that needs to go into this bag is my yoga mat because it's like the biggest thing. It needs to fit a certain way in here, but I decided that I'm just gonna pack it up tonight because I'm gonna use my towel as a mat if I decide to do yoga in the meantime. Okay. And then close it up with my strap. While I'm packing, I kind of wanted to also do a little reflection about my time here in London and just share some insights. And I feel like all of my videos have kind of just been me talking about my experience here. So yeah, and then I also want to share like some packing tips too, because I feel like for these videos, I want them to be a little bit more valuable and more than just me talking about my life and like things that I do and stuff. Oh yeah, anyways, yoga mat is going in first. I'm just gonna hop between like reflecting and packing tips as I go through this. But here's a packing tip as I put these away. I went to Paris with my boyfriend. We bought bags from the Kenzo brand, and we also got these little bags that the bags came in. Yeah, so I just use these bags as like packing bags, and I really like the concept of having packing bags because I feel like it helps things to stay more organized, and you can just pack certain things in a certain bag and you'll know exactly where it is. And it feels like more compact too. I feel like squishing a bag full of things is a lot easier than like squishing a pile of things. And then I also have this bag, which is literally of like all of the tank tops that I own, which I basically did not touch during this entire time. I'm gonna fold that in here, and I'm actually just using like a produce bag here, so that's another use for produce bags. They don't only have to be for produce. And then I have another bag, and this one just has like clothes like leggings and sports bras and pajamas and other little things, so that goes in here too. Also, like I pre-packed these bags earlier because I wanted to be like a little bit packed, but I also wanted to have easy access so that I could grab things if I needed to. So I also pre-packed like all of my socks and my intimates in these bags. And if you watched my unpacking video, which is honestly, this is so funny because this is like full circle, because my first video in London was my unpacking video, and this will be my last video here, and I'm packing. It's so crazy. It's a very emotional experience. Anyways, these bags are just from like old curtains, so these are great for packing too, honestly. I think I'm actually gonna stack these instead of like put them in. So, a little bit of reflection about this whole past 6 months is basically it has been a very crazy time. My heart is still catching up to everything that happened and the way that it all happened, and I can't believe that I actually got to have this experience, and I feel so blessed and grateful. Someone had asked me if there was one thing that you could have changed about this experience, what would you change? Although I'm very grateful for everything, and I'm a very firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and like all of the past experiences have shaped me to be who I am today. But if I could change a couple things, I think most of the things that I would change are related to like ways that I would save money. Just little things like if I had known to take the bus instead of the tube to save money in the beginning, if I had gotten a bus pass instead of paying monthly. And also another little thing was I wish that I had bought my blanket and my blender much earlier because I waited so long to buy my blanket. I told myself winter's gonna be over soon, it won't be that cold, but it's June and it's still pretty cold. So when I bought my blanket, that was a pretty big moment for me. Then I bought my blender that same day. So that day was a pretty big deal because I had finally let myself buy those things that would bring me ultimate joy and warmth and delicious smoothies. And I just grabbed this jacket. I'm going to fold it up and put it in here. But another thing that I would change, I think, wish that I were a little bit more open-minded in the beginning in terms of like socializing, because I think I kind of put people in certain boxes in a way, and I didn't really feel that like I was worthy of hanging out with people, and I thought like, oh, she's like this, she's not gonna want to hang out with me, or things like that. Honestly, like that kind of goes to speak for a lot of this experience is that it's so unbelievable to me that I had this opportunity. And there were so many instances where I didn't believe that I was worthy enough to have this opportunity, or to have friends, or to just be able to travel and to be able to be here. I just think that it would have been very valuable if I had recognized my worthiness in all of these different aspects of this experience. So yeah, mostly like money saving and socializing, and then also I guess packing too was kind of tricky. I've never really experienced winter, so I brought so many jackets. Yeah, I ended up wearing basically like 2 jackets the whole time, and I ended up buying a jacket here. There were definitely some things that I wish I had brought more of, and then some things that I wish that I didn't bring, like so many different jackets. All these tank tops I didn't really end up using. I guess that kind of answers the question. I wouldn't change much, honestly, because I feel like I've learned so much through all of those challenges and everything. And I will say that like a lot of the things that I've learned, I've also shared through these videos that I've been posting on YouTube. I feel really grateful that I actually had to commit to posting these videos, because in a way it's kind of like also a resource for my past self, or for people that were in my position, mentally prepare for these realities and this experience, just also have a better understanding of what it's like to be here. I'm really grateful that I did these videos, and these videos also helped me to kind of have somewhat of a purpose here. School ended, I wasn't able to be as connected to business as I had hoped, so having these videos and knowing that I had to post things weekly, actually like filming things on like certain days, like especially when I spend days alone, it just made the experience so much more enjoyable, and it really helped me to get out of my comfort zone and just try something new and explore my creativity a little bit. So I feel like filming and documenting things is something that you never regret, and I know I'll never regret having these videos, and I'm so glad that I have them and that I can look back on them. Kind of like relive the whole experience. I just brought like basically the rest of my clothes from my closet area, and I'm just gonna fold them and pack them away. Really interesting how changing something so simple like the way that we fold our clothes can make such a big difference. I'm just gonna roll up all of my pants now and pack these away. I didn't buy any room decoration or like bedding or anything much for my room, so I didn't have to worry about much for that. I just have my blanket, which I'm gonna wash and then donate. Whenever I buy things, I try to plan ahead and consider like the lifespan of it, and I was just really careful and intentional about the things that I did buy, and it was just like clothes and like really small things that I knew I would be able to take care of when I leave, by either bringing it back home or donating it when it's time to go home. So if you watch some of my other videos, you might know that I've been using an app called Olio, and basically you can collect and you can also give away free items on the app, whether it's food or non-food items such as like kitchen items or bathroom items or bedroom items. People give away all kinds of things, and it's kind of like a circular system, so you can give things away or you can also just collect things. So throughout my time here, I use that app to collect a lot of free food. These couple of weeks, I've also been putting up a lot of things to share with other people and to rehome certain items. So there was some kitchen ingredients that I bought that I didn't end up using that were unopened. So I posted those and donated them. I also donated all of my kitchen items. Throughout this past month, I intentionally didn't go grocery shopping because I didn't want to have any extra groceries to worry about, and I tried to just collect food off of that app specifically, and then also like eat out when I could. But I don't have much food left, and the food that I do have left, I plan to finish it before I leave. My flatmate left, and he left a lot of his things in the kitchen. He left all of his bedding, he left extra food, extra kitchen items, and just a bunch of different things, and nobody else really had a use for them. So I also ended up just posting those on the app too, because I knew that if they were just left in the kitchen, they would eventually just be thrown away, and they were like in good condition. So yeah, I'm glad that I got to make sure those things got put to use, and it's really exciting when you can give things away and other people can make use of it. So I've been spending the past couple of weeks donating items or giving them away for free on the Olio app, and it can be kind of a stressful process, but it's so worth it to know that someone else can treasure that, and it can have a second life, and it can continue to have a purpose, and it won't be put to waste or anything. Okay, and moving on to my shoes. I bought these shoes in Wales, and then these are my boots that I came with. And in the beginning, when we got our kitchen kits and we got all of our little kitchen supplies, it came with like everything came bagged and packaged, and I saved all of the bags and I've used them throughout the time. And I even saved the cardboard, and I used it like a shoe area so that my carpet wouldn't get dirty, and I had the cardboard. And I also used the cardboard as a doorstop, other random things. But yeah, the bags are now coming in clutch. And then these are some of my toiletry items. I bought this pack of like face cloth towels. So I'm going to bring these back home with me. And then this is all of my toiletries in here, which is skincare products, toothbrush, some other random things in here. But this bag is actually from a rain jacket that I bought in like 2017. So I always save like all these little bags because they really come in handy when you need to take things around. So this is like my toiletry bag. I just feel like we end up with all these little bags that can be multi-purpose instead of like buying a single bag for a single purpose. Honestly, I think this is like the trickiest thing to pack for, and it's something that you can't pack for all at once. It's like you have to do it gradually, just because you might need certain things, because it's a very emotional experience. And I don't know, I feel like I'm just having to move things around. Like, I don't have enough space for everything in my bags, but it's just a matter of like making it all efficient in here. This time there's just like so much going on because you're leaving, you're trying to pack, but you're also trying to like do things and spend time with people. So right now I'm just like kind of repacking and slowly adding more things in because I had some clothes out that I had worn. I'm gonna do one last load of laundry. I decided that I'm gonna do a check-in bag, carry-on, backpack, and tote bag. Instead I was gonna do something else. So I have to move some things around, but I think that will be the most efficient. I guess this video is kind of a reflection of what's going on right now. I know it's a little bit chaotic, and I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything ready and that I have the right COVID tests and everything to go home. I made my last packets of oatmeal for breakfast, so I'm eating this now. And then I also grabbed some things from the kitchen that I need to pack up. I'm gonna bring back my pan. I have my stainless steel container, and there's like a bag of nutritional yeast in here, and then turmeric, and then some stasher bags. And I'm waiting to borrow my friend's luggage scale so that I can see if I should put the heavier things in my backpack and just carry it, or if I can check it in. That would be convenient, but I don't know. And then I'm also going to need to pack up my bowl too, so everything is all over the place. I wanted to share this because I'm so proud. This is what's left of my soap here. This is my shampoo bar, and this is my conditioner bar, and this is my body soap bar. I brought a bunch of shampoo bars, but I only ended up using like a total of 3. And then I bought 2 conditioner bars, and this is what's left of the second one. So it was like, literally, it was the perfect amount and a little bit extra. I think the idea of like a packing video itself kind of confused me because I don't really do it all at one time. I feel like the reality of packing is kind of just like you're scrambling all over the place, especially if you're packing so much things from like a huge trip. Hello! I'm actually done packing. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel so much better now that everything is put away and ready to go. This is what is left in my room. I have my laptop and iPad here and my journal and pen and pencil. These are gonna go in my tote bag. And then this is my clothes for tomorrow. And my check-in bag is completely filled up, my carry-on bag, and my backpack here. And then I have these soap dishes drying because I just took a shower. So once those are done, I'm gonna put them in this stasher. And the sink is cleared out. And it's cleared out under here. And the closet is cleared out. This is a pillow from a friend who left last week, but I posted it on Olio and someone's coming to pick it up tonight, so that's gonna be gone. And then I have my shoes here with my socks ready for tomorrow, and then my tote bag hanging here, and that's it. And then on my bed, they told us to just leave the bedding folded up nicely and leave it on the bed, so I'm gonna do that in the morning. I'm also giving away my blanket tonight. I'm just gonna sleep on the bed with the pillows. This is my pillow pet that I brought. Well, it's actually Rayma's, but yeah, I brought this, so I'm gonna take this home. And then this pillow is staying here too, because this is the pillow that they gave us when we arrived. I can't believe it. It's actually like come to an end. It went by so slow, yet so fast too. These past 6 months have been so significant. Basically, in my study abroad realities video, I talked about like the feeling of going back home and like how weird it is, like having this feeling of a little home here and going back to your old home, and then just like knowing that so many things have changed since you've last been there. It's all just so weird, but I'm so grateful for this experience, and thank you for watching all of these videos throughout this time. It's been so much fun. I have loved creating and sharing. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the videos and maybe you found some of them helpful. I guess this is it. My flight is tomorrow at 10 a.m. so I'm going to be flying 11 hours to SFO and then 6 hours back to Hawaii, so I'm excited to go back home. Goodbye to this little room that I've called home for the past 6 months. It's been a pleasure. I sat here for a good while just staring at my luggage and crying and reflecting and reminiscing on the past 6 months and what a beautiful experience it was. I feel so grateful, nervous, excited, scared, and happy. Thank you, London, and until we meet again.